Big up, guys, and I am back with another video. And this is about a non football topic. And we were discussing just in the backstage how the pandemic is impacting a lot of places and including the various countries in the world and who is to blame for it. So, before I get into who is to blame for it, there were a few comments that were mentioned by my friends as well. And we were having this discussion as how everyone is in lockdown for so long. Like in India, the sixth month is done almost. I mean, I remember during around I had left house my place like around the 12th of March or so, and now I'm into the seventh month of the lockdown. So big up to Fred in the chat before I go ahead. Big up to you. So I'm in the seventh month of lockdown now, seventh month of the lockdown, and this pandemic. Big up Khan as well in the chat. So this pandemic has driven people to stay in their houses for like 7 damn months in India. Now I hope the situation is better for you guys, like people in the UK, people across Europe, and everyone else are having a better situation in hand. Now the main question was like I got a comment from Daniel who said that there were only 5 deaths in the UK, I think today. That is what he mentioned. And he said that, so why isn't the lockdown over? Or why are they trying to increase the lockdown and reinstate the lockdown when the number of deaths have gone down? So to that, I have an answer. But before that, big up Albo Gamer 123 as well. And yes, you guys in the chats, if you have any comments on this topic, do definitely let me know as well. It was first that just that it didn't post. No worries. No worries. Big up, bro. Big up. Thank you for your support. So yeah, as I was saying, so my friend Daniel was saying that why are they continuing with the lockdown when there has been only 1 death in the UK, 5 deaths in the UK today? And the answer to that is very simple, guys. What happens is when the reason that these deaths are going down in any country, the reason that these deaths are going down in countries like UK or the European nations or nations across the globe, which includes the US or any other country in the world, the reason for the deaths actually going down is the fact that these lockdown norms are being followed. These restrictions that have been put are being followed. That is the main reason why these deaths are going down. The virus is spreading, but it is being controlled, and limited number of new patients are coming up and popping up. If you want to see stats, let's not go exactly to one single stat. And before that, I'll just say Fred is saying, no, we have been quarantined for 6 months and 31 days, not 7 months. Yes, almost. I said the seventh month is starting for me as well. Like I've just started the seventh month. I have been at home from around the 10th or 12th of March, and it was before the official quarantine was engaged in India. It was implemented in India, and since that point of time, I have been at home in my house, and I've just gone out twice. So yes, and exactly the same thing. Albo is also saying that yes, he's also saying 6 days, 31 days, but yeah, that is almost as good as 7 months, bro. Anyways, so what I was saying is that the reason the number of deaths are going down and the reason the number of total cases and infections have gone down is one, because of the precautions, obviously, not denying that, and two, because of the fact that these restrictions and these norms are being actually followed. If they were not being followed, say they were not being followed, and people were going out as normal and they were not using masks and they were not using the sanitizers, they were not taking the precautions, they were not doing all those things, then I think that what would have happened was that I think the cases would have gone up. And this is exactly why I was suggesting that to Daniel as well, that the reason, again, as I'm saying, the cases have gone down is because people are aware, people are taking these precautions. And Fred is saying, yes, exactly the same. You are also there from around that time, and I think I may have COVID, to be honest. Fred, if you have any kind of doubts, if you're feeling ill, then you better get tested, bro. And Liam is saying, I'm worried due to our livelihood. See, the thing is, Liam, I what I can suggest to you is, if you're worried about your livelihood, I think you need to find an alternative. You need to maybe have a discussion. You can drop me a text on Twitter. We can discuss like what you can do or what you can add. Like I have been talking to people, like helping people start something online where if they can consult, if they can teach, if they can give out tips and advices, if they can do something else which helps their case and can help them grow. Because I am an MBA, you can say a postgraduate in marketing, so I have certain skills as well, where which if it comes useful, it is useful for other people as well. I can help you guys out as well if anyone needs my help, that is. And Albo is saying, thanks for subbing to me the other day. Big up to you, Albo. Thank you for subbing back. And Fred is saying, I have a sore throat, a cold chills, and a little loss of smell. You better drink lukewarm water or hot water and do the gargles. If you, I don't know if that is the same word that people in the UK use as well. Drink warm water, drink a lot of it, drink at least one glass of it every day, twice a day, and that will, if there is a virus, it will kill it. If you have an inhaler, I don't know how an inhaler looks in the UK, but I hope it looks something like this. Use this. The third thing that I've used also, if I have anything irritation in my throat, is I have this hair dryer which I was using to for my electronic appliances, and what it does is it throws warm air. So keep it around your throat. I use this. Another scientist used it for her daughter, I think, who had asthma. So you can use these kind of things. Anything that gives your body heat, and the area that is infected, that you feel is infected, heat. Put in some hot air there, some hot water. Drink some hot water, and as I said, try using an inhaler as well. Probably that can push out the virus if they don't like what you feel. And if you're losing sensation of smell, an inhaler or a vapor rub can really help your case. So you can use some of these tips and try it out, and definitely get tested if it doesn't improve like in a day or two. So apart from that, Talbo is saying, I gotta go. Have a great stream. Big up to you as well. Thank you so much. Just like the video if you can, so that we can push it up. And Fred is saying bye, Albo, as well. And yes, Khan is saying the world is not going to be the same. Agreed, Khan. There are a lot of problems happening, and I have sent the link in the chat, Brownie. You can just copy it and paste it in your browser. He said he's going to tell me about the situation in Spain, both past and present. So I got people in. If you guys want to share it with your friends, you can share the video. If they want to come on, I can take an inputs for this video, because I have planned to at least go on for an hour. So if you guys want to pop in, even Khan is welcome. He always wanted to do a stream. This can maybe be your debut stream on Beyond the Post, Khan. You can also pop in. You can tell us what is the situation with you going to school, and what is the other cases, what is happening there in the UK, and how you're coping with it. A lot of things you can talk about, those things as well. What is the current situation? Liam also wanted to talk about maybe something not going right. We can have a discussion. We can have a healthy discussion, guys. I'm not doing too much research on all the latest happenings right now, but what I can say is, with respect to a lot of things, I can say that I have been like around for, say, you can say around 5 years into serious debating. So I do keep track, because I don't read newspapers, but I read social media. I read all these news coming from social media. Yes, at times they are a bit dicey here and there and stuff, but most of it is out there. The gist, the headlines, everything, all those things are out there. So what I can tell you is, right now I'll just give you a slight update for what is happening for the COVID cases in India. But before that, let me bring on Khan. And Khan has joined the stream. His camera is off. But Khan, how are you doing?
Oh, good.
Yeah. So Khan, where are you exactly from? I think I never got to know that.
I'm from England.
Okay, you live in England, and which city?
Burnley.
Okay. And what is the situation with you going to school? As you mentioned a few days ago that you started going back to school. So how is the situation there?
It's alright. Just gotta wear just gotta wear the mask on, and just keep sanitizing your hand after every 2 seconds. Just keep sanitizing. But yeah, everything's going well.
And are people liking the fact that school is open again, or are they like, why can't school be closed for a few more months?
I mean, they're not actually liking it the way they've obviously said they've only 6 allowed, but there's obviously more than that. So I think a lot of people are unhappy. I do think there's going to be another lockdown. I just don't know when. But everything else apart from that is fine.
Yeah, I think Manchester and Bolton are the two cities that are already under lockdown again. I think that is what I was hearing. Daniel was saying it. And also the other thing, I told Sam, I don't know, Sam was, you remember we had this debate. I don't know if you were there. We had this debate.
No.
Should the Premier League be resumed? And I was telling Sam that I hope it's not resumed, because the pandemic can have a relapse. And now they try to resume everything, not just football and everything. and now unfortunately, if it relapses, it could be more threatening than before.
If the Premier League stops,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
kill myself. I don't
yeah.
actually think the Premier League will stop. They're gonna lose a lot of money, so they won't do that. But I think schools, pubs, mosques, wherever they will be shut. But I don't think they'll stop the league. I think they lose too much money.
I understand what you're saying, but at the end, if they like continue playing and the disease does not end or the pandemic does not end, unfortunately, it will go on and on and on, and they will anyways lose a lot more money, because if the fans can't go in for 3 to 4 seasons now, if that happens by chance, then it will be a major problem. And before I just go to you, let me just quickly read Fred's comments. He's saying, because someone in my sister's school have got COVID, but my sister don't need to quarantine, bro, help me. See, I told you the only way you can do something about it is drink warm water, drink warm water 2 times a day. And apart from that, as I said, if you have something like a warm, like something that can give you warm air, like a hair dryer or something, keep it near your throat where you're feeling the pain, and the warm water
Ritesh,
helps.
hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Please,
go
could
ahead.
you put the volume down? Like
The
your
volume
volume's too
down on.
high. Yeah, please.
Can you reduce it from your PC?
Yeah, 1 second.
Sure.
There, done it. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So,
Yeah,
and
but I
with
was
respect
saying,
to, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying that my school, one of my teachers has caught it, and a new rule is that if another person in class gets it, the full
Okay.
class will isolate for 14 days. I mean, this virus just won't end. It'll just kind of go. Plus, now we have the winter coming, which is most likely to get the virus of winter, which means there will be a lot of cold. And when it's cold, we can easily catch the flu, catch the virus. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, you are exactly right with respect to that, and that is why I don't understand when they can have virtual school. I don't know why they're asking you guys to go to school. Have they stopped asking you to come to school now?
No, what the latest news I had was that
Yeah.
they will they've obviously changed everything, but they said for now you have to go to school. But I do think in the next 1 week or 2 weeks they will shut it down. They have
I
to.
hope. Yeah.
They have no other choice. If they want to kill us or have the virus, then they keep it open. If they want to keep us safe, they have to act. They have to act seriously and do something about it.
Yeah, that is why I don't understand. That is why I don't understand why did they open it in the first place. And I have Adam with me as well. Let's just quickly get his views on what is happening in Spain. Adam, how are you?
Hey, very well, Natasha. And yourself?
All good, all good. Khan is also
Oh,
here with us. And what is
I
happening?
can't.
What is
How are
the
you?
Good, mate. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
What is the
Yeah.
situation in Spain with respect to the pandemic?
Right. I going back. Oh, I take this off now in the car. I do apologize. Got when Spain and Italy had it, they had it bad. For 3 months, we could not go more than 50 yards from our home.
Yeah.
One person per household could go to the local shop. But the problem was that you needed proof that you went to the shop. Hang on, I need to go. You needed proof that you went to the shop. So if you got caught by the police without
Yeah.
any goods or any receipt paperwork, but you actually been to the shop, which happened to me one time.
Yeah.
The police will fine you. And basically they went to me. You got two choices: a
Okay.
receipt for €300 fine, or €150 fine without no receipt. So that's typical of Spanish police, if I'm honest with you. But
Yep.
but when it was really bad and we had that lockdown,
Yeah.
Spain treated it as manslaughter. So if you broke the curfew, if you broke a curfew and they tested you and you had COVID,
Yeah.
you'd be fined up to €100,000 or be in prison for manslaughter. That is how tough it was. my parents have now come over to Spain.
Yes.
Because and they said, oh, okay, because they're old enough, they don't work, so a 14-day quarantine, they don't really care. But what Spain done was absolute lockdown. Okay, yeah, the numbers are rising over here, but I believed in an absolute lockdown right from the start. I really did. But now it's become a political football in Europe. It really has. And I do not look at the numbers of COVID cases anymore. I just look at the number of deaths and the number of hospital admissions. Because the problem is there's more tests available now.
Yeah.
So obviously, more tests available, you'd have more fucking COVID fucking positive tests. Many people don't even know about whether they have it or not. So, I am telling people, if you don't feel well, just stay at home for a few days like you would with the flu, and then just go back to normal. But people are panicking. They're going straight for the tests, which is then pushing the positive cases up, which is then have a knock-on effect of having another fucking lockdown. If people don't want a fucking lockdown, don't have a fucking test. Can you see what I'm getting at?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. I understand. And I want to ask Khan one question while I read the comments out as well.
Yeah.
Khan, what is the situation at home? Do your parents want you to go to school, or what do they say? That you should go to school or you should stay at home?
Honestly, I don't really know how to explain it, because I went in the first week, and in the first week, one of my teachers caught the coronavirus, and
Natasha, I'm just going to have to be dark, mate. I'm driving while I'm talking, okay?
And
sure, no
what
worries.
he said was,
All right.
can I ask you a question? 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think they'll close the schools by the end of this week?
I hope they do, because if they've already quarantined 2 cities, like they put them in lockdown again, I hope they do. If they know what to do, they should do it. I think I'll just say one thing, Khan, for you, that the schools should do it themselves. They shouldn't give a damn what the government thinks. If they know that there has been a positive case, I think the schools should do it themselves. They shouldn't be waiting for Boris Johnson to decide what to do and what not to do.
But can I come in on that? I do apologize. I can't hear Khan.
Yeah.
I do apologize. Probably my internet connection. But if I can if you look at the figures regarding children and so on, it's very it's 0.00 whatever. But any children actually do get affected. It's scaremongering, and I'm going to tell you what I told my parents, and no one in the UK actually knows this, yeah? Right? About a month ago, 6 weeks ago, before the 14-day quarantine of people traveling from Spain to the UK, right? This is an example of how I think it's a political football now. About 2 weeks before they put the 14-day quarantine back in, okay? There's always, you probably know this anyway, Natesh, but there's always been an issue with Gibraltar between the UK and Spain, the ownership of Gibraltar, okay?
Yeah.
Now, 2 weeks before the 14-day quarantine came in,
Yeah.
Spanish officials in Washington approached the American government and said, we want US support for Gibraltar to come back to Spain. To come back to Spain. The American government then went to fucking Boris Johnson's government and the UK government and said, Spain have just approached us wanting support for Gibraltar to go back to them.
Yeah.
So as a response, Boris Johnson government basically said, okay then, we'll fuck up their economy, because the Spanish economy is a summer economy, because everyone just goes on holidays. The winter is fucking bollocks, right? So we'll put in a 14-day quarantine, which has now stopped many working people, because they can't afford 14-day quarantine when they get back from their holiday. So millions of people going to holiday in Spain, which has
Yeah.
smashed the Spanish economy. But it's nothing to do with COVID. This is all to do with Spain, the Spanish government requested America's support for Gibraltar to come back to Spain. It got nothing to do with COVID. COVID has become a political football now. We're having Brexit. We're having a Brexit, right? At this moment in time, there's no agreement of Britain and the EU. There's no agreement going forward, right? At the same time, with this quarantine bollocks,
Yep.
the UK are basically telling the EU,
Yeah.
if you don't give us a deal in which is a good deal, if you don't give us a good deal, we'll continue to crush the summer economies of the 7 European nations: Spain, Portugal, Italy, Cyprus, because they all got a 14-day quarantine. It is a lot more political than many people think. And that's just exactly what's going on. And people don't fucking understand it.
And I'll just say big up to Khan, who unfortunately had to drop out. We'll have the conversation. Oh, he's back. Just a minute. And I'll just add him just a minute. Adam, I'll respond to that. Khan, I hope you're doing well. You want to go off, or will you be continuing?
No, I'm just scared. I'm gonna go in about 5 minutes. So yeah, we can.
I
Sure.
can hear him now. I can hear him now. How are you, Khan? I hope you're well, my friend.
Good.
Yeah, so I just want to respond to Adam in one sentence. Adam, if the Spanish economy gets fucked, then I can definitely move to Spain and invest in some business. Just kidding. Yeah.
Well, no. To be honest, Nitesh, the Spanish economy was fucked. Has been fucked for years. I've been smashed for years because of the overbuilding on properties before the credit crunch. They've never recovered from that. This is just going to make borrowing from the EU just more and more. The Spanish economy is absolutely fucked. Anyone goes along the costas of Spain, will tell you, if it wasn't for British coming in with money, Andalusia would be absolutely bankrupt.
So I think they won't mind if a few Indians come in with money as well. But yeah. Let me just quickly go through the comments.
Okay.
Just a minute, Adam.
problem.
Fred is saying, lol, my school, there is no social distancing, which is 90 peeps, and no masks, and there is barely any hand sanitizers.
Exactly.
Fred, I'm a bit concerned. I know that it doesn't impact kids the way it impacts old people, but these are some real concerns, and maybe your parents should also take a look at it. And yeah, Khan, you were saying, please go ahead.
I'm just saying that if they want to keep us safe, then do something. If they basically want us to get COVID, why haven't they acted? I mean, they sent us to school in September, and the New Year's too early, but they didn't act it. So basically, they want us to die. End of.
No, I don't.
Piss them off.
I don't think anyone in school would want that. But the thing is, maybe they need to take better precautions, and that is up to the school. I don't think it is up to the government to only decide
What I'm trying to say is that they need to act and do something about it. They are not doing anything. Boris, he's not acting. He's not doing anything. To keep us safe, he needs to do something. Like, do you know what I mean?
Can I come in on that, Nitesh?
Just a minute. Yeah, he was saying something.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, you were adding, Khan?
No, I'm nothing. You can talk. It's okay.
No. If I can come back on that, Khan. Over here in Spain, for some unknown reason, we were always about a month or two, between 2 weeks and a month ahead of the UK. I don't know why. In my opinion, it's because of the weather. Because we have a warmer climate here. The warmer climate.
Nitish, I have a question for you.
Sorry?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
If we go into lockdown in 2 weeks' time, do you think the Premier League and all the other leagues will stop?
I think they will not, because they will try to push the propaganda that they will try to push the propaganda that everything is fine, we are maintaining all the norms, and everyone is being tested, and they will want to make money.
Yeah,
So
exactly. They're just
yeah.
there to sponsor money.
It's
Yep.
all about it's all about money. I don't understand. This is one thing. Yeah, I can't understand. I've been in business nearly 20 years. Right. One thing I cannot understand is why governments are willing to crush their own economies for something which has lower death rate than the common flu. I do not understand it. What it just I don't
But yeah,
understand it.
I'll get back to
I
that as
don't get
well.
it as well. I just don't get
Yep.
this. Loads of
I will
bullshit.
get. I'll get back to the counter on that as well. But before that, let me quickly read the comments. Rumors are, John is saying rumors suggest that Oxlade-Chamberlain is linked with Newcastle, Spurs, and Wolves, and they made a substantial bid for him. Big up to Atwell Games, and big up to Fred as well. He said you could get up to $100 fine, which is a lot if you don't send your child to school. Like often, if like I feel like the chill, I don't feel like us. They why would they fine you $100 if you don't send? You don't go to school. I mean,
Or
I don't understand.
it's more in the UK if you don't do it. Many parents have gone to prison by not with their children not going to school over the years.
This is strange. This is strange. And John is saying I'm traveling through an airport in a few hours, so I'll be right there, right with you, Fred. So yes, he is going back home to Gibraltar. And the blind Gunnar is saying that we need to get rid of idiots like Boris Johnson first. See, I'll just say one thing with respect to that, and John is saying I'll be in the danger zone. I just want to say one thing with respect to that to Khan as well. Khan, I'll tell you one thing. It's high time that everyone takes things into their own hands and they stop relying on Boris Johnson. Because Boris Johnson, if you keep relying on him, he's like a bit like Donald Trump at times. I mean, in the stupidity side of things. So don't rely too much on him and take things into your own hands and keep your precautions and do what you feel is needed to be safe. With respect to if you have to go to school, take the proper precautions and keep drinking warm water day in and day out. Fortunately, that like I don't have to go to any work or anywhere because I do it all from home. But if you guys have to go to school, so try to take those precautions, get your own sanitizer or whatever is possible, and be as safe as possible. To you, to Fred, to everyone. Yeah.
I think there's going to be in the lockdown in 2 weeks. I just can't see anything going on.
Yeah, if there is a lockdown in 2 weeks, then I think it's best you guys can stay at home and be safe.
Can I make a couple of points in there, if that's all right?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Listen, I had COVID. I was in hospital going back in April. Okay,
Yeah,
it was a mild form. They took my phone off me because I couldn't, and I was rough. I was bloody rough. My breathing was terrible. But, and I fully supported a full lockdown over here. It was fucking terrible. Right?
Yeah.
But, a few questions have come out now ever since, yeah? This whole thing started in China, apparently.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the Chinese and the Japanese and the Koreans and so on always wear fucking masks.
Yeah.
So how the hell did it spread like that from China when everyone's wearing a fucking mask?
We all know it was everyone. Some people wanted it to spread, and that is how it has spread. Otherwise, it would have never spread. Now, I'm not gonna take the name unless you get into the
But if masks are mandatory now, how the fuck did it spread so quickly in China when everyone's like wearing a fucking mask anyway?
Don't you remember even the Italians had this hug a Chinese thing that they started that campaign at the time when COVID was nothing. It was like barely anything, and they started the hug a Chinese campaign. Suddenly, the entire country was affected by COVID. So there have been so many stupid things just for the name of right politics being done, and it's a mess now. And these guys see, that is what I was telling Khan and everyone in the chat. See, Adam is a COVID survivor, so he got well. It's not that you can't get well, but the fact is, don't rely too much on what the government is saying because it is run by some idiots who have a propaganda and they want to push something there. They will tell you do
Oh
this, do
yeah.
this, do this because it is right. Because it is right, it is the right thing to do, and this is what was the only thing to do. You need to think for yourself as well and do the right thing that you feel suits you at times as well. With respect to going school, if you have to go to school or if you have to go out, be as protected as possible. And I'm telling Fred again, if you feel you have symptoms, drink hot water, keep yourself warm, and try to improve, do things
I
like maybe do. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I don't actually give two fucks about school now.
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, they're just trying to kill us. No point.
No, I think they're not trying to do that, but the thing is they are very ignorant, you can say. They don't have the
They
capability. Yeah, tell me.
their job is to keep all of us safe and healthy. Am I right? Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But they're not doing anything to prevent it or to help it.
See, that is the thing. What I'll tell you, I'll give you one more advice on this. Boris is not a doctor. If you want to see someone speak on COVID, watch videos of more doctors and experts what they are saying. Don't listen to what he is ranting in the media or what he is mumbling in the media. Don't listen to all that shit. He doesn't
Can
know
I
a thing because he's not a doctor. Same thing applies with Trump. Listen to
can I
what
come
the
in on
doctors
something
and
as
the
well?
experts are saying. Yeah, good. And
Right, I'll come in on something as well. Many countries in the world now are using
yeah,
COVID, so that they want to get rid of their
1
cash
second.
economy.
If we do go into lockdown, how many
yeah.
months do you
Am I
think it actually will?
I'm making my point or not?
If we go into lockdown, how many months will we go
Yeah.
into lockdown? Good question for
Yeah.
you.
Okay, Khan. Yeah, Adam was completing. Just we'll address that after this. Yes, Adam, go ahead.
Right, many countries in the world are using COVID at the moment to get rid of
Yeah,
a cash economy. Okay, so
yeah,
many shops and so on say, right, you can only use card, can only take card, blah blah blah. Well, hang on,
yeah,
you get rid of a cash economy, right?
yeah,
Taxes will always be recorded.
yeah,
You fucking whereabouts will always be recorded. What you buy is always recorded. Sorry,
yeah.
but it's not fucking. There's something fucking big behind this.
Yeah, but Adam, currently getting away from the propaganda side of things, obviously there is. We all know that, and we will discuss that as well. Coming back to Khan's question, how long do you think that like a country should be in lockdown? Like, what is the limit? I mean, the cases aren't going down; they're going down, going up. It keeps happening. So, as
Well,
Khan asked, yeah,
to me, Nitish, compared to
yeah,
the kind of lockdown we had over here, the UK has
yeah,
never been in fucking lockdown. The UK is having namby-pamby fucking lockdown compared to
yeah,
what we had over here. You know, you can still go to a fucking shops. You could still go to a fucking beach. The UK never had a lockdown
okay,
because you know, the police over here in Spain are far
yeah,
fucking tougher. People are fearful of the fucking police, right? They will take you around the corner and beat fucking to you if you know you say anything bad. The police in the UK, they fucking everybody's friend, and as a result, there's
yeah,
no respect for the police in the UK. You know, the fines were fucking ridiculous. The fines in the UK were like 40 quid if you get fucking found out or whatever. If you're in a bar,
yeah,
I can spend best part of fucking 300 quid going out on a Saturday night. I think, okay, well, I'll go out on a Saturday night. If I get fined 40 quid, I'll still fucking. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
yeah,
The fines over here were up to
yeah.
100,000 euros. 100,000 euros or imprisonment. And
I,
that
I,
scared
I,
people.
I understand what you're saying. It's like if I get fined in the UK, I'm just paying the policeman a tip. Here's
Yeah,
your tip.
basically.
I just had a good party. Here's your tip, man. Take the 40 quid
Yeah,
as a tip.
exactly. Exactly. You know, and that is why the UK, you know, it was a fucking joke. We had at one point, because
Yeah.
the cash economy in Spain is so much, right? So
Yeah.
fucking much. For 3 months, people weren't working, they weren't earning, and they weren't having any cash in, right? We had the military on the fucking streets in Marbella at one point because they were fucking fearful of civil disorder. of shops getting smashed. You know, people were fucking starving at one point.
Yeah.
You
and
know?
and I think these guys should have, I'm just saying for both countries as well, they should have stopped football at that point of time, because you remember that biological time bomb that we spoke about. It was a game between, I forgot the game. I think it was, I forgot the biological time bomb game. Anyways, it was a game between an Italian side and a Spanish side, and
Are you on
Spain was,
about that? You're on about Valencia and Atalanta in the
yeah,
Champions League.
Valencia and Atalanta. Yes,
But
at
also as well,
yeah,
Atletico Madrid, because Madrid at that time was a hotbed. Right?
yes, Liverpool, Atletico also.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing, a mistake the Spanish government done at the time. All the
Yeah.
cases in Spain at the beginning were all in Madrid. Now, they should have locked down Madrid straight away. But what they done is they
Yeah.
told Madrid residents, they said, right, we're going to lock down in 2 months, in 2 weeks, in 2 days. The mayor of Madrid then came out and said to Spanish residents, look, everything's going to be locked down in Madrid. You may as well go to second homes and you know, in the Costas. Well, by doing that, we were fucking telling Madrid residents to spread the fucking virus across Spain into areas which never had it. We should have fucking... it's ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous.
I can understand what you're saying. Yeah. Go ahead.
2 days before, sorry, mate, 2 days before that lockdown, or 3 days before, they had a march in Madrid, which had 110,000 people attending that march. Okay? They knew how bad Madrid was getting. They allowed those 110,000 people from outside of Madrid to come in, to have their march, and fucking go back, spreading a fucking virus right across the country.
I think that is the case.
The hard shutdown,
Yeah.
the hard shutdown here,
Yeah.
sorry, mate, is that the Spanish
worries.
government knew they fucked up with the Madrid issue, and they were fucking chasing it. That's why we had such a hard lockdown. But it all starts with incompetence by the Spanish government of how bad we had it here. They made it bad.
I think the problem, I think Khan will also agree, and Adam will also agree, is that these governments haven't taken it seriously. They don't take it seriously. They have been fooling around. They think that people will be fine. Let's not take it too seriously. Donald Trump didn't take it seriously initially, and then he had to change all his statements that no, I took it seriously. At that point, it wasn't here. They were allowing people.
But the problem is, Natasha, with Donald Trump, he got an election coming up, and that's probably why he changed his stance.
See, that is the thing.
I mean,
but at the end,
let's
go ahead.
Let's be honest. Now everything's up to what's the name, Boris Johnson, to make a decision whether what's gonna happen this year and next year. I mean, I think he's gonna be the one's gonna think, are we gonna close schools down? When are we gonna open them? And all this. So yeah.
Let me give you an analogy. Boris Johnson is as bad as Jesse Lingard at Manchester United last season. So that's how bad he is. So are you going to rely on such a guy for the rest of the time that you are in lockdown or whatever he says? I think definitely not. Do you want to listen to a Jesse Lingard from Manchester United? I think definitely not. So I think it's time you guys start watching. Everyone watches videos of doctors and what they are actually saying, and experts, rather than listening to politicians and what they are preaching. I'll quickly go through a few comments as well. And Fred is wishing John all the best and for his flight, and he's saying Spain can't help themselves to get Gibraltar back. We don't want to be Spanish. Spanish government needs to be soft. And yes, good for some good luck wishes for John as well. And Cheddar's in the chat as well. Sorry for the late response. And the cashless society where you can use only a card which can trace you. Yes, that is what the propaganda also suggests. And John is saying the government is not trying to kill you. They are just not handling it well. They're not scientists like Nitish said. Yes, exactly. They are not experts. So I would request you guys to listen to more doctors and experts rather than listening to these guys. And Fred was saying coronavirus would have been gone in a week if the world stopped for a month and a week. Exactly. But they did not. People do not listen. And John is saying, I'm sorry, I'm against lockdown, keeps the populace safe by forcing them inside and making their mental health suffer and taking away freedom. Great plan. Well, there are obviously both sides of it. And Cheddars is saying, my fear regarding COVID is that it becomes a government power grab. That is what Adam was also saying. There are a lot of things. And
Nitish, could I
that,
could I ask you a quick question?
sure.
How are the cases and everything going in India?
I think it's the worst hit country right now because of the population, not because of the fact that the precautions were not taken early. We went into lockdown at the same time, or I think even before the US did, and awareness was spread, but active lockdown was implemented in March. So there was awareness, but the problem is the huge population and the lack of medical facilities to actually accommodate and accumulate and treat those patients. The death rate is very low because we take that injection. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
My battery's gonna die soon.
Sorry.
My battery is gonna die soon, so I've only got 2 minutes left.
Okay, sure. So if you want, you can try to recharge it or come on from a different device. We'll be anyways live for some more time. So you can definitely jump in again.
I mean,
Yeah.
most affected country is probably England. I'm thinking that's been affected by coronavirus.
I will quickly just check it and update you as well.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't know the latest figures, but
Yeah.
I am convinced. I am convinced when we had our lockdown, which was I think March to. I'm convinced it's something to do with the weather, really, as well. As I say, I only look at the death rates and the hospital admissions, and as Europe has been getting hotter throughout the summer, I'm convinced that the summer has helped the deaths and hospital admission rates stay low. I don't know what the weather is like in India, Nitesh. Would that kind of collaborate with India's figures or not?
Yeah, rainy. It's raining. It's raining at times. So
is it you summer or winter or autumn or what?
Summer rains. Summer rains. We have summer rains.
Okay.
And yeah, I've seen is the United States has the most cases and the most deaths. India number 2, Brazil 3, Russia 4, Peru 5, Colombia 6, Mexico 7, South Africa 8.
If you think of it now, Nitesh, right? The ones suffering more are now in the southern hemisphere, so they are coming into they are in a winter at the moment. But that's why I'm thinking that there's definitely a link between the seasons and the spread of a virus.
See, I understand what you're trying to say, but I'll quickly add 2 points that I got from you guys only. One thing is there, you guys said that maybe Russia, like it was from Daniel and maybe John, that Russia could be involved with China as well. But the cases in Russia have been very high, but the deaths have been low. And with respect to that, coming back to Adam, and yeah, go ahead, Khan.
I'm gonna go now, so yeah, see you soon. Take care, mate.
Sure, see you soon. See you soon.
Care,
Take care, man. Take care, Khan. Bye.
Take care.
Yeah. So, bye. And yeah, so one thing was there that there were some things about Russia being involved as well, like a conspiracy theory kind of thing. But Russia had more than 1 million cases, and the fact is they had only 18,000 deaths, around 18,500. So there could be more things related to that as well. And quickly going through the comments, you can't control the world for a week or a month. It's a ridiculous fantasy. It is, but then what is the role of the governments? That is another thing as well. And if you impose those heavy fines, or that could be one way of doing it. And Fred is saying, true, John, but I do have the worst brain, to be honest. Don't worry about it, Fred. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yes, that is what John is also saying. And give me dangerous freedom over safety any day of the year. And big up to Cheddars as well, who said that. And yes, let's see, Cheddars, how things work out, what happens exactly. And Fred is in the back stream. Let me get him on as well. Big up to you, Fred. Okay. How are you doing? How are you feeling, Fred?
I'm fine.
Hi, Fred. How are you, mate, my friend?
I'm fine.
Good man.
Just reading 1 or 2 more comments and then coming back to you guys. Daniel is saying the police in the UK are overstretched and they're too friendly, as Adam said.
No. Can I come back on that? Because that's a myth.
Yeah.
Right. I was a county councillor going back 8 years ago. Right.
Yeah.
And every year, because of a council tax, the police would come with a begging bowl. I'm talking about South Wales police now. They come with
Yeah.
a begging bowl, and they'll always want a higher percentage of the council tax from people's pockets, right?
Okay.
However, many police stations in the South Wales area are basically just
Yeah.
car parks. There's police stations, but there's no one actually manned in there. So one time I done my research, and we had this
Okay.
meeting with the police, and they wanted, I don't know, 4% maybe, or whatever it was, of a council tax going to them. Oh, we overstretched, they said. Well,
Okay.
when I done the homework, and I found that South Wales Police property assets
Yeah.
were ranked second in the whole of the UK, and they were only behind the Metropolitan Police in London. And we all know what London fucking property prices are like, right?
Yep. But I understand.
My point.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to say this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My
Go ahead.
point to them was, no, you don't get money from your taxpayer if you're not
Yeah.
using these fucking properties, assets. You sell the bastards. You sell the land. That is how you raise. So Daniel, I love you to bits, yeah, but that thing is the police is overstretched is nonsense. Over here in Spain,
Yeah.
we have 3 police forces. Okay, if you include the civil guard.
Yeah.
We have 20 million people less than what the UK have, but
Yeah.
yet we have more. It's basically the mindset. People are scared of the police over here, and as a
But-
result,
Yeah.
you can have smaller police numbers,
Yeah.
but because the people are fucking scared, they will do what they fucking told. That is the difference. That is the difference.
But I can also add to that. Maybe he's saying overstretched with respect to the one policeman having to handle a lot more people in that sense as well.
Yeah, that's the point he's trying to make, I think. However,
Yeah. Not with respect to money. Yeah.
if people are scared, of the police,
Yeah.
you won't have as much crime as what you would have in the UK.
Understood. Let me quickly go to Fred, who has a few minutes. Fred, yes,
Okay.
tell me, how are you, friend? How are you, friend?
Well, I'm feeling okay at the moment, but
Do have that warm water that I was telling you about. Warm water helps you. You need to have it at least twice a day. Adam here was having COVID, but he's better now. So and generally it does not do too much damage to kids. You generally get well very soon. So just take precautions, have that warm water, and you will be fine in a couple of weeks. Don't worry about it.
hopefully.
If
You
if
take
you
care,
feel
my man.
yeah, if you feel that the symptoms are getting stronger in a couple of days, then definitely get a test done, because you haven't done a test yet. So try having that warm water and see the difference. If you're able to breathe better and you are feeling better, then that's great. If not, then you should get a test done immediately in the next
I've
couple
actually
of days.
already been tested, but this was a few months ago.
But I don't think the symptoms were there a few months ago, right? So it's just shown up now. Yeah, so try to take all the remedies that you can see from the experts, what they say, and if it doesn't improve and you're feeling some kind of a problem, then definitely get the test done, and they will ask you to isolate, but they will also give you all the things that you need to become stronger and better. So those things can be followed, and don't worry about what Boris says. I think no one gives a damn here about what Boris says. Boris, I'll give you another analogy. Boris is like the Mesut Ozil at Arsenal right now.
I mean, in all fairness, sorry, my friend.
Go ahead,
You
Fred,
go ahead.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
that's pretty accurate, though, to be honest.
I think it's high time that Boris leaves the Emirates and moves on. Yeah, Adam, you were saying something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we've always been, Spain and Italy have always been between 2 and 3, 2 weeks a month ahead of the UK.
Yeah.
So basically, at the beginning, we were the guinea pig. We were a guinea pig of things. Boris was always hiding behind certain dodgy fucking doctors. But Spain made it mandatory for face. Now, I don't rate face masks, but if people think they help, even just on someone's confidence in going out in public, if people think they help, then that benefits. Spain made it mandatory 3 months ago to wear face masks.
Yep.
Boris have only now made it mandatory. And even we were two weeks to a month ahead, but yet actions like that, the UK are 3 months behind of just basic things and making face masks mandatory.
And imagine UK. The UK is a country where Boris himself tested positive first. Prince Charles tested positive, and still they haven't taken it seriously.
Well, I mean, they didn't take it seriously over here at first. I mentioned about allowing people to go, allowing Madridistas to go and go to their holiday homes. They were government officials in a golf resort. The government officials from Madrid in a golf resort about a mile away from me, and within the first week of them arriving, there were over 600 cases. There were over 600 cases in a town or in an area which only had about 15,000 population.
Yep.
So people didn't. That is why I'm convinced it's more than just bloody. They're using a political football, but I can't get to the bottom of it. Why governments of many countries around the world are allowing their economies to go bust on this? It doesn't make sense.
Yes, and what I would like to say is, Fred is saying I'm tired and trying to keep it quiet voice. I understand, Fred. The reason I have you on is just to let you know that don't worry about it, and it won't be a problem. And don't the gist of the story or the discussion is don't listen to Boris. As simple as that. Do what the experts tell you to do, the doctors tell you, because they are the ones who have more information. They are the ones telling you the right things, and listen to them, trust them, and support them as well. And let me quickly go through a few comments as well. So big up to Khan as well, big up to Daniel as well, and big up to Atwell Games. I'll check out your video soon as well. I read that comment as well. And Fred is saying US have too many cases. India, Brazil, yes. That is exactly correct. I read that as well. I saw that as well. And Daniel is saying 8 years ago they had more police officers. They have been slashed since then. So that is what he's saying.
No. But present.
Yeah.
Presently, I think they got the same. They go around about the same. If you include the civil guard, if you didn't include the civil guard, I think Spain have less.
That could be the case. But it also depends on how.
It's about you can have far less police officers, but if you've got a mentality of a population that's scared shitless of a police officer, then you don't need as many police officers. That's the point I'm trying to make. If people are scared of police officers, they wouldn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I think you need to reframe it a bit. If people are scared of the law, they won't do anything wrong. Rather than police officers.
Okay, I'll take that on board, Nitesh. Okay, I'll take that on board. But you can see the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah. And I'll quickly read Cheddar's comments. Adam is right. I used to live in Napa, Agia Napa, and the party goers were shit scared of the local police force. I understand. I agree with that as well. That does happen. If the law is strict, it does make an impact. And big up to Charlie, Football Daily Talk in the chat. Big up to Sam G in the chat as well. Big up to you guys. Yes, so let's listen to what Fred has to say. Fred, overall, What do you think about going to school?
I think it's kind of stupid, to be honest, but it is what it is. So,
okay, and
I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't think it's a smart idea going back to school.
But as you were saying, are they seriously fining you guys £100 if you don't go to school? Like kids don't go to school?
Yeah, up to 100.
And what is that fine for? Why are they fining you guys?
Oh, it's not sending your child to school.
For not sending, who is fining you? The government or the school? The government is fining you
Government.
£100 because you are not
Up
going to
to
school.
£100, yep.
That is berserk and crazy. If
No,
parents are,
but if you don't mind jumping in, Natesh,
yeah,
I
sure.
think it's more local governments for the central government. I think it's more local councils are doing it rather than
I think
central government.
I think the COVID has started impacting people's brains as well. I mean,
Yeah.
if parents are worried about sending their kids to school and they don't want to send them at school, why does the government want to force people to go to school or kids to go to school? I mean, how stupid that can that be? I mean, why would you put in such a law?
Because you know why? Because it's not they worried about the knock-on effect. Because if they told parents, right, you can't go, your kids don't have to go to school,
Yeah,
then the knock-on effect is that the parents can't go to work. So if they tell people, right, your kids have to go to school,
yeah.
then the parents will then have to go to work. If you know what I mean.
Come on, how does that logic, like, I mean, fit into it? Because I'll be honest.
The knock-on effect
Yeah.
then is the country's economy starts again. People start going to work. People and normality starts. But if kids can't, if you stop kids going to school, then
Yeah.
the parents can't go to work, and as a result of the parents not being able to go to work, the economy can't restart. That's basically how it is.
So what happens? But what happens if your kid goes to school and he gets infected, and then the parents have to be at home as well to take care of the kid?
Well, but if you look at the numbers, the percentage of children getting it
Yeah.
is minimal. It's like 0.0001%. It really is absolute minimal.
That is because of the fact, Adam, because kids don't go out in places where adults would go, or they don't have to go regularly to work or something like that. And schools have been shut
it's
so far.
because
Yeah.
if you look at the records,
Yeah.
basically, COVID is only really hitting badly people over the age of 65.
No, those guys have a higher fatality rate. It impacts everyone. It even was impacting some animals. But the thing is, those guys they have a very low fatality rate or nil fatality rate, you can say. But it does infect everyone. The only reason is that
at the end of the day, though, the UK government or many other governments around the world, they can't continue to pay people for not going to work. The governments are worried of getting fucking bankrupt, and they have to make a decision of whether to rescue the economy or lose. Let's be honest. If you look at the figures, lose a minimal amount of people who would already, or many would have already been, badly ill, very ill anyway. It's a difficult decision the governments have to take, but people need to get back to work. People need to get back to work because it's going to be bankruptcy of countries all over the world otherwise.
Okay, and I want to ask Fred. Fred, do you and Khan go to the same school or different schools?
No.
Different schools, right?
Yeah, I've no clue who he is.
Okay, and has anyone in your school tested positive for any teacher or any student?
Not that I know of, but
okay. So, but yes, you were
sometime.
saying your cousin had tested positive.
Yeah, it went.
And how?
It was only mild, but
okay.
Yeah.
So how long ago was that? Like a lot of weeks ago?
Well, that was like February. So it was pretty early.
Yeah, I think so. If they had any kind of flu or anything, I think they should be healed by now, right?
Yeah, they're fine.
So what makes you think that you have COVID, or are you just worried?
Well, I've just got quite a few symptoms of it, so it just makes me feel like I might have it.
Yep, I understand what you're trying to say, but I think COVID is a huge thing. It could be a normal flu as it is, because a lot of people know that normal flu normal flu and COVID have a lot of similar symptoms, and it could just be a normal flu. But still, as I said, try to take that warm water in and try to just see if you get better in a couple of days or not. Don't worry about it. And COVID doesn't harm kids that much. Don't worry about it. If you take the right kind of
Fred,
medicine and yeah, go ahead. Adam.
sorry, Nitesh. I just wanted to give Fred a bit of support. My friend, I had COVID for 2 days. I was in hospital. I'm 42 years old. I'm unfortunately not your age. And that was the only reason they kept me in. If I was your age with my symptoms, they would have sent me home. Please don't worry about it, because the more you worry about it, the more your family worry about you, and it has a knock-on effect on people's mental health. So you keep strong, and you fight it. No, your body will fight it anyway.
Yeah. The body pushes the virus out. Don't worry about it. Just keep taking certain precautions, drinking warm water, as I said, twice a day. Keep doing that. The Chinese recovered because of that. They did it every day. So if China,
no, hang on. Let's be honest now, Nitesh.
yeah,
Right? Do you really? Anyone who believes China's figures and China's bloody thing coming out of China? China messed up. They lied about this, about their issue for easily more than 3 months, in my opinion, right? And do you really think that they have, a few months ago they were claiming they were COVID free, right?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I do not believe a single word from China ever since they've lied. They lied to the World Health Organization, and they lied to the world's population. And I do not believe a single word of what's coming out of China regarding this issue anymore.
A lot of local Indians made video from there, and they were saying that their locality had COVID before, but these are the norms that they were following on an everyday basis. And I'm talking about those people. I said the story is coming from China, but I didn't say it coming from the Chinese. So
I do apologize. I I always think that China is just a one state thing, you know. Anyway,
I
Nitesh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm
Okay.
still gonna be listening, but I'm going to go.
Sure.
Basically because I want a vodka and orange, and
Sure.
so I wish everybody the best.
Sure.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Sure, I'll see you soon.
Okay,
Bye.
my friend. No worries. Take care.
Yep. Bye.
You too.
Yes, Fred. Tell me.
Oh well. Wait.
So you'll be fine. Don't worry about it, Fred. As Adam was also saying, that in kids recover faster. Yeah, go ahead, Fred.
Well, I actually forgot what I was going to say as well.
Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah, just have that warm water and keep taking all the precautions that they tell you to. Your parents will tell you to do a few things. If you have, but yeah, one thing I'll advise to you and every other kid watching, including Khan, Sam, Charlie, everyone who's there at Full Games, I guess, is a kid as well. Do one favor. If you have any kind of problem, like if you feel problem with breathing, or if you feel that you are having some throat pain or something, tell it to your parents. Let them know, so that they can at least try to get the solution to the problem. If you don't inform them, that they will never know. And if it is something mild, it will get corrected immediately. So tomorrow morning, if not today, tomorrow morning, just let them know that you're feeling something in your throat, or if it's still there. If it's not there, then you're all good.
Yeah, I've already told them, and they've got me some throat sweets. They haven't done much, which isn't that good. So
You can try to ask them maybe to give you some warm water twice a day, as I said. Warm water, as in not too hot, but fairly warm, because that is the solution to get rid of this virus, as a lot of experts have been saying. So if it works, it works. If it works, then and you recover quickly, who cares about it? Whatever works in this pandemic. Yeah, tell me.
do you know if a cup of teas help?
Yeah, tea also helps. Again, warm tea always helps. But I am not a tea person, so I think warm water is my thing. So I think warm water is what I will advise you. If you drink tea, then that's great. Warm tea obviously helps,
Yes.
or warm milk if you have warm milk. So anything else you would like to say?
No, not really. I don't really
Okay.
have much to say.
Okay, I hope you recover soon. Big up to Khan, big up to Adam, big up to people in the chat, everyone who came in as well. Thank you so much again for tuning in and coming on the panel as well. And hope to do more non-football topics as well, because Beyond the Post is a channel which can do a lot of things, and we will be going in and doing a lot more videos. I hope that Fred gets soon, completely recovers from the pandemic, and the world does the same. I think we all need to finally get rid of this COVID thing, this COVID nonsense that has been there for quite some time now, and it's high time that we together get rid of COVID completely. So thank you, Fred, once again for joining in. Would you like to give your channel a shout out before we go off?
Well, yeah. Well,
Sure.
my channel is called Fred's Football News Official, and I don't really upload on there much anymore, but yeah, it's got 63 subscribers if you can't find it, and yeah, well, that's it.
Hopefully next time when we do a FIFA mobile stream, you end up losing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I already
So
have
I
lost.
thank. I know you did. I know you did lose once when you gave me that free goal. But thank you so much for coming on to the channel, and everyone else for the chats and the support. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.